our current education system, I think it is focusing on the mark. Like even if it is teachers or even if it is students or parents, everyone is like compelling the student to score high marks. They are not training the student to have a good job or career. They are telling you have to score higher marks and they are forcing them. The society thinks that if you had more degrees or more education, you will be having good job. At was the past scenario. But when you come to the current era, everything that matters for a job is skill. Even you can attain this basic knowledge from YouTube, Instagram, even from social media. So there is no relevance to this education system right now. I believe. And actually, after that 10th itself, I knew that my area of interest is English. But I was a bit confused, and I don't know if it's because of the age that I was young to decide to go on my way. But actually, my parents really preferred this, what science courses or that engineering courses. On if it's science, then it's either science or engineering. So I was like, okay, I'll just give it a time, and I joined for science course. And then actually, I still remember sitting in the class like I was sitting there just like, why am I hearing all this? Why am I here? I last day we have a job fair in the LBS college, and most of the people who are coming to that job fair is who are highly qualified because they are not getting better job because they lack skill. So they come to the these companies are giving very less salary, and so they are coming for that job because they are not getting higher salary job. So I think our education system has to improve. Teachers are so old. Teachers are so old. They are not like even though in our school itself we can see very old people are teaching us. It's not bad, but what I want to say is that teachers or the person whoever is teaching should be able to be updated with what is happening because this education system is changing and we are still following the outdated curriculum. I should say that. To be frank, I don't know what was the reason or what was the point of studying this cos theta, tan theta, sin theta. I don't even remember the things actually. And what was the relevancy or the relevance of that to me right now? That I don't know why did I study that particular things. But I would say that there are changes right now, as you know that like 4 year music courses have now implemented actually in that. We all sit here because we went and get got a basic education. Like our character development starts from school. That basic. That's what I'm trying to say. When we all know how happy we got when we got highest marks. That's all the part of this skills are required, but uh, the starting of the skills is from the basic education. The school we went, the teachers, the peers, the friends, the character development starts from there. But we actually pursue education for a long period of time. Like we have been studying for 15 or 16 years now, and we didn't got a job right now. We still are studying. Actually, even our elders are still studying, and they got no jobs actually. So in our system, actually, I think they only prioritize the what memorizing skills only. For example, if we take our exams and everything, we just memorize things and we just go and write the exams just for the sake of getting some marks and to get some degrees or something. Basic, as I told earlier, basic education is required, but above that, something extra is required. Skill. So I don't think that in this current like it is growing actually the skills that is required for this for to compete in this world is being given, but it's not that level in this education like in the schools or colleges. When I studied back in my UG classes, there were like professors or even parents told us that we have to focus on marks. Marks are the basic things, or the marks prioritize everything. But I don't think that is relevant right now. Education system doesn't prepare students for real world jobs. Uh, I would like to approach the question discussion with my against point. Like I would actually agree to this point that the education system we already have now doesn't actually do something with making people go into jobs. Like we actually do what we actually pursue education for a long period of time. Like we have been studying for 15 or 16 years now, and we didn't got a job right now. We still are studying. Actually, even our elders are still studying, and they got no job actually. So in our system, actually, I think they only prioritize the what memorizing skills only. For example, if we take our exams and everything, we just memorize things and we just go and write the exams just for the sake of getting some marks and to get some degrees or something. So that is what I would like to put forward in the first of the discussion itself. So I agree to this point.
I do agree with your point because I think in the past it was actually the number of degrees that you hold signifies your power or position in the society, or it the society thinks that if you had more degrees or more education, you will be having good job. That was the past years. But when you come to the current era, everything that matters for a job is skill. Even you can attain this basic knowledge from YouTube, Instagram, even from the social media. So there is no relevance to this education system right now, I believe. And
Adding to that point, I would think that we need more of qualitative learning because right now we can see that many subjects are or many teachings are more over theoretically focused. They are not giving us what to be done in the field or what to be done when it comes to the world, when it comes to the outer world we are getting exposed to. So I would say that education system should prepare us in a way that we should be able to identify where we need to put our learning, where we need to practicalize our theoretical learning, and where we need to put it in that way in the field we are working with. I also agree with the statement because our current education system, I think it is focusing on the mark. Like even if it is teachers or even if it is students or parents, everyone is like compelling the student to score high marks. They are not training the student to have a good job or career. They are telling you have to score higher marks, and they are posing them. And also, there was like one news in the Instagram. I remember, like there was one student from I don't know which university that she has gone for an interview and she has having about 15 certificate and she didn't got a job. So she mentioned that even with these 15 certificate of education, she is not capable for that position because she lacks the skill. So I agree with this. Skill. I actually don't agree with that statement because a person, a baby, when it was born, it was in the care of the parents. After 3 years, 3 years, we all do. Basic education is very right. We say, if you all say that the education is not wrong, not make us working for our jobs, but I think we start from the beginning. It's our fault. Like it's the it's our point of view. Like if someone study for their marks, it's their problem. Not there. We can't completely say that it's the problem of our education system. If we want education, we want knowledge, we have to study. We have to improve our like uh, we can't say that it's the problem of the education system. Like one student in my class, actually we have 19 students in my class, and there are only few students who actually come for me. They struggle very much. Like we all these theory here, but we are the ones who must invest our time and have to make our skills ourselves. Uh, Nothing can be given to us like it can be spoon feeding every time. We have to improve our skills. It's not a problem of the education system, but
from us. Like the point of view is it's like what we see, what we become. Like so, I also disagree to this statement. So I think like we all been here till till now. So I think it's because we are prepared to get a job. So I disagree to this point.
Nowadays, we want skill for getting a new job, but they for an interview, they does not focusing on only with the qualifications. They will also focusing on the skills. What are the skills? Good skills are to the person, and some of the local colleges does not provide some. Does not focusing on the developing skills for career. So this will be affect that.
Adding to her, like she said, actually, yeah, it is required. Basic education is required, but it doesn't mean that it completely, what to say, yeah, foster you or it completely mold you into a person who is capable of getting that job. So, basic, as I told earlier, basic education is required, but above that, something extra is required. Skill. So, I don't think that in this current like it is growing actually the skills that is required for this for to compete in this world is being given, but it's not that level in this education like in the schools or colleges. When I studied back in my UG classes, there were like professors or even the parents told us that we have to focus on marks. Marks are the basic things or the marks prioritize everything, but I don't think that is relevant right now.
As you said, that things can be developed by ourselves. So I feel like it can be developed by ourselves, but if we have a right guidance from someone else, that will be more helpful for getting a good job. So I think rather than doing it alone, if there is someone to guide us, we will get into that position much more easily. Actually, I need to put forward some other point that you said like skills are needed. Like where do we get the skills from? The system, right? The system is not providing us any internship. Like I studied in a system that that doesn't provide any internships or not. But my friends, my some other friends, they were having internships. So there is, I think there is an unequal kind of education that we all get, and also the thing lies in like the professional companies who hire us are actually looking for the skills, and the education is not that much what enhanced skills. They education are not providing us skills, but they want us to be skilled for profession. So how can that be happen? So what I have to say is that I'm working as I'm my field. I'm working in field work. So my area was like Anganwadi. I think you might be knowing about it. So Anganwadi will have team art, which means that for each month they will be providing some themes in which they need to get focused for the children. So the preschool activities and all. So what I have understood somewhere is that system is working in the way that they are making people, they are making children to get the best they need. But I don't think that it is happening in a proper channel, because what I have observed is that in Anganwadis and all, teachers are so old. Teachers are so old. They are not like, even though in our school itself we can see very old people are teaching us. It's not bad, but what I want to say is that teachers or the person whoever is teaching should be able to be updated with what is happening, because the education system is changing and we are still following the outdated curriculum. I should say that, because it is the same that we are repeating, but the world doesn't need that. We need more replacement. We need more updation. See, in this world, it is AI running world, or it is digitalized world where digital education or where digital platforms are flourishing all over, and we are still stuck in that primitive or traditional way of teaching and way of learning. That makes us somewhat hinders to get more exposure to the outer world. That makes us more like what make us more comforting in the traditional way of learning or teaching, I should say. think the syllabus is outdated. Like in schools, they are teaching the same syllabus for years. Like they only change it after 4 or 5 years or something.
I really think we have to uh, go through every subject so that we can select one subject for our life. Like we want to know everything, like know this like very good. We have to go into every subject so that we can. I know there are a lot of people going into what they don't like after the compulsion of this education to some extent. Okay, that's all right, but we can't say everything is education. Uh, Something we have to see what like uh, a child is born. He's the parents will bring him into a school. We all sit here because we went and get got a basic education. Like our character development starts from school. That basic. Uh, that's what I'm trying to say. When we all know how happy we got when we got highest marks. That's all the part of this skills are required, but uh, the starting of the skills is from the basic education. The school we went, the teachers, the peers, the friends, the character development starts from there. From there we get these skills. I think.
Okay, I feel that primary education or basic education is needed. I do agree with that. But there are many people or there are many students who still don't know what is their area of interest. See, for not for everyone. Is I'm someone who I'm trying to realize my interest is in more of social science subjects, and that's why I'm right now working. But not every student can understand that because of their social conditions or their parental anything that can be from their environment which they are coming and all. So I don't think yes, basic education or primary education is needed, but it should help the students in such a way that they need to understand what are their interests. Not every student can realize. See, for example, my sister is now in 11th standard. She uh, she really wanted something else, but she is now in science field because even though she's not that much she knows this is not her interest, but due to many other reasons, she has fallen into this. That's what I'm saying. It's not like as I have early understood that this is my interest. Not every student can understand. Not every student can realize their area of interest. So education system should make us in such a way or prepare us in such a way that we understood that this is our way to go. Because still we can see that people, adults are also suffering in their area because they feel like it is not my thing to do, but out of pressure or out of any lack of education they got or out of anything, they are stuck in that. Why? It might be like when you're leading into the root causes and all, that can result in this so-called education system. I need to some point, like even our society define that like certain subjects are like we have to go with certain like after 10th we have to opt science. Like science is the good subject that if we have marks then we have to go for science. Like that education system, like if we have created an awareness in our education system that students have to select for like out of your interest you have to select the subject whichever you like. If we have that awareness from the beginning onwards, like the students will be able to select. But our society always thinks that certain subjects are good and the students should go to that. So I think our education system has to be enhanced more.
Just like she said, it is actually the stereotypical thinking of the society that means us us or even the parents to believe that okay, the education system or the marks that value the most. To be frank, I don't know what was the reason or what was the point of studying this course theta, tan theta, sin theta. I don't even remember the things actually. And what was the relevancy or the relevance of that to me right now? That I don't know why did I study that particular things. But I would say that there are changes right now, as you know that like 4 year UG courses have now implemented actually in that we can just like she said, what are our interests? So we can choose that options according to according to my preference. If I want, if I'm a commerce student, I want to opt for a science course, like I can go for it. And yeah, in such a way, I would say that it is changing, but not in a what significant manner. Moreover, they are not even prioritizing the skills that are required. Of course, there are other courses too, like ASAP and other courses that are provided by this government, but not in a what diverse manner, I would say.
In engineering, space and computer are there. It's a matter of person. If they like it, actually, it's very hard to uh, pick each of the students and give them like you have this interest, so you should study this. It's not actually possible, but it is possible that we could make us more what developed in our like communication skills or interview skills. So they could actually teach us theory. They could actually teach us all this basic knowledge that we need, and beside from that, along with that, they could teach us this basic communication skills and basic professional skills that we need for living a life. Actually, why are we actually studying? We are studying for living a good life. We are studying for to get to know ourselves, to get to know what our interests are. So we have to be personalized. Actually, we have to make it. We have to make our brains like uh, enhanced with what we have to recognize what we are. So that's why we are getting this education. So it has to be changed, I think.
I used to share an experience. I studied in Nehru College, and but the teachers are advisors and give all the career opportunities like that, and they share the government platforms like DWMS, LinkedIn. These all the information are get from this institution. I get this information from institute, and the teacher gave to complete these courses and get certification. And so the education system is prepared for the prepare the student to real world job. I agree. You said about DWMS project. So currently, I'm doing my PhD in one of the Vijnana Kerala projects where we have to create awareness among the people about DWMS project. So last day we had a job fair in the LGS college, and most of the people who are coming to that job fair is who are highly qualified because they are not getting better job because they lack skills. So they come for the these companies are giving very less salary. So they are coming for that job because they are not getting higher salary jobs. So I think our education system has to improve.
So talking about my experience also, like coming here in Kerala, so I feel like before like during my UG, so like we really get exposed to the field as we are coming from uh public health department. So for but here now, so they don't give us any kind of like where we get exposed like in the field or something. So I feel like it needs to be improved or something.
So, adding my point, as you have said that, yes, we study a lot of things that we don't want it. Okay, but I should say that we need such things because to understand our area of interest, we need to know what is not our interest. But I should say that, as Sana said, like okay, let the education system teach everything. Okay, but at the same time, they should focus uh, to give us more chances to know what all are the other options. See, as you have mentioned, DWMS portal and all, there are many options or there are many chances, but students are lacking or students are not aware of it. Why is it so? That should be tackled. See, some a few days before, my friend said, "Oh, that is my area of interest." When I seen MSW and all, see, but she wasn't knowing about the course itself. I was so amazed. That is her area of interest, but she doesn't know about the course. Why is it so? Because they might be lacking many things. That should be addressed. And that remedial or such significant gradual implementation or intervention should be given in that area so that
skills all can be enhanced, and we can make students to get because the world is highly competing. We can't sit here and know, okay, let's it all come in our way. That won't happen. We need to be highly potential to be competing with the world. So we need to make ourselves also prepare in that way. See, for example, there are many new courses and all provided because it is also part of some innovation. But we need to go for extra other things to have ourselves equipped with to compete with the other people. I wanted to become an archaeologist. Thanks. But my parents didn't allow me to take this course. So I took science. After plus two also I didn't know what my interest was. But then somehow I ended up with math. But now I really love math. How I can't explain my love for math. But it's not what we studied until it's completely theory and proof, and like we say, it has nothing to do with the real life. But if I want to become a person, it's I wanted everything. Like if I am a mathematician, I wanted to know all this. That's the thing. Like if we lost one of our dreams in the past, we could now even now we can find new ways in our education system. Like uh, our education system made me ended up with this.
So adding to your point, like I also studied science in plus two. Actually, after 10th itself, I knew that my area of interest is English. But I was a bit confused, and I don't know if it's because of the age that I was young to decide to go on my way. But actually, my parents really preferred this, what science courses or that engineering courses. If it's science, then it's either science or just engineering. So I was like, okay, I'll just give it a time, and I joined for science course. And then actually, I still remember sitting in that class like I was sitting there just like, why am I hearing all this? Why am I here? I could have gone for the English classes and so on. So and after that, immediately I just passed science. I just got I got that. I can't bear with science. I will go to English. No matter whatever my parents say or no matter whatever others say, I just went with English and I am so happy with this. So that is where I thought I lost 2 years of my life wasting hearing the science things. Actually, there was basic things that we need to know, but I think that if I have gone to English courses like functional English or something, I could I can still actually Google it and study what I have studied in my science course. So it was not a need for me to take science courses, and I actually regret it now to take plus two as science course.
Last 2 minutes. Let me add it. Like I don't completely disagree that okay, Indian like education system or the schools or colleges or institutions are not required for us. It is required, but the problem is that they just give like from the past experience, I think they only provide you the bookish knowledge or the like theoretical knowledge. They don't give the practical sense of doing that particular subject or how can we imply or apply it into our real life. Like more examples or what you say, more practical scenarios are not even given. So I think that more focus is to be given in dealing with how to like how can we use these subjects or even how can we use the knowledge that we acquire in a real world. So that matters the most. That's it time. Thank you.